Hello, Variablast, and hello, YouTube. This is my answer to a tag. Variable has a dual meme here. I'm going to be dealing with the first one, and I'll talk about the second one at the end of this. But it's 5 questions that are not the personal things about each individual, like the previous tag thing that went around. Instead, there are some questions here. I think some of these are a little fanciful, but I'm going to have a little fun with them. The first question is, if you had a get out of jail free card, how would you use it? I'm not particularly a risk taker, but just for fun, if I were caught swimming in, skinny dipping in Angelina Jolie's swimming pool, I would not like to go to jail. I'd prefer to just get a sound spanking and be sent home. Number 2, what law would you change? Now, to be serious, if I could change the law, I would do away with the death penalty in all 50 states. Because although I recognize that there are people that absolutely and surely do deserve to be put to death, I don't think the standard of proof is high enough or even can be high enough. If it's possible, and it has been demonstrated in recent years, it's quite possible that people could be convicted incorrectly, wrongly, and sent to the execution chamber, whatever type of execution it was. That shouldn't happen. It should never happen, and it shouldn't be possible. Society does have a right and a need to protect itself from violent and dangerous individuals, but that can be accomplished by incarceration, permanent incarceration with no possibility of parole. It need not mean that we have to put people to death. So I would like to see the death penalty ended totally. Number 3. This is quite a question. If you were a pro wrestler, what would be your theme song? Now, this is going to be kind of esoteric, unless you're old enough to remember an old movie called Ben-Hur, which actually starred Charlton Heston when he was a young feller. This goes back a ways. There is a number in that. There's some music in that that was written by Miklos Rozsa. The soundtrack, unfortunately, doesn't have that particular piece of music in it. Just really bugged me. After I saw that film, there was one piece. It was called the Parade of the Charioteers. And I thought it was just a stunning piece of music. It's a great fanfare. It starts out something like da 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 da, and then you got these drums, boom, 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 bum bum, ba 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 bum, bum bum, ba ba bum, bum bum, ba 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 bum, bum bum. Anyway, that's enough of that. I liked it very much, and I went out and bought the soundtrack recording, and I was mad as hell when I found out that particular piece of music had been left out. Oh, I really hated that. Question number 4, what instrument would you like to know how to play? Well, I played piano when I was younger, and I played trumpet for quite a long time, which means that I also could play other valve instruments of brass. I played a baritone horn. I could play a valve trombone, but I'd kind of like to learn to play the slide trombone because I've never learned to do that. I think I could pick it up fairly quickly. I'm pretty good with things like that, musical instruments. And if I thought that I could train my hands to be supple enough at this age, which I really doubt, I would like to learn to play the violin. I I'd probably sound like Jack Benny doing it, but it would be interesting to see if I could make a decent sound on a violin. The last one, and this is for variable, if you had to collaborate with me on a video, what would we do? That's really tough. Now, we're both atheists. You've already done one on the Ten Commandments, and I've done one on the Ten Commandments, a video. If we put our heads together, what do you suppose we might come up with? That's always an interesting topic. It's been handled lots of different times, and there are different takes on what is meant by various parts of it. I think that might be an interesting one. Now, as for the second meme, it is a challenge to make a donation of anywhere from $0 to $500 for Doctors Without Borders. And I really do think that Doctors Without Borders is an excellent cause. And if I could afford to add anything to it, I would be delighted to. But I just made a donation, the very first political donation of my entire life. I'm 65 years old, to the Barack Obama campaign, and I've also volunteered to help with registering voters and getting out the vote. I'm going to a meeting tomorrow night, in fact. This is something I've never done before, so it'll be interesting to see how that works out and what exactly good I might be able to do. I told them that I can make flyers or stuff envelopes or answer telephones, do whatever it is they need. But the initial thing that we're going to do is get packs together and try to get people to register to vote. I think that's a good thing, no matter who you're voting for. Everybody should be registered and everybody should vote. There's an old story about an election that took place in the Philippines, and somebody on election day paraded a goose down the main street of a town with a sign hanging around its neck that said, "I don't vote, I just squawk." Now, I don't want to be one of those, and I think that if you don't vote, you really don't have a right to squawk. So I would like to help in that score. But I'm going to have to pass on actually add anything right now. We've all seen here that I'm kind of an old fart. I'm on Social Security, and I just don't have the resources to add to anything right now beyond what I've already done. Anyway, that's it for now. I've got 5 people to tag. I'm going to do that real quickly here. I'll when I post this, I'll actually put them in the thing up here, the box. I'm tagging meridianfrost, sheldonwh, linuxluver, Rhonda9, and Razua77. And the last one, Sean, I haven't seen him in a little while, and I know he's in the military. I'm not sure where he's posted right now. He may be a little too busy, so but I hope to get him into this tag business right now too. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm going to get off now.